best ever promos. Whether you need big data on a budget or worry-free Unli Internet, get these smart Wi-Fi promos today.
Hindi aabot ang data! Nice!
Don't worry! The Unli with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus Unli Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now!
Hindi ka maulan!
Di mo tayo makakabenta!
Yes!
Don't worry! The Unli with Smart Power All 99. Hindi bitin ang benta with Unli TikTok or Facebook plus 10 gig data and more. Load now!
Sa ABC, sigurado ka pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
Itong part na to.
Si Vic Soto na ata ang pinakaswerteng tao sa Pilipinas. Kahit hindi niya alam, kahit hindi niya sinasadya. Swerte si Vic. Ikaw kaya, subukan mo sa
Playtime! Pinakamataas sa cashback sa 2%. Guaranteed 10 minutes ang cash out. Over 2,500 games para maraming chances manalo. Swerte sa akin ang Playtime. You're welcome! Playtime! Pinakamataas sa cashback sa 2%. Taas nun, ha? Guaranteed 10 minutes ang cash out. Ang bilis! Over 2,500 games para maraming chances manalo.
Sa ABC, sigurado ka pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
Hindi ka maulan!
Di mo tayo makakabenta!
Yes!
Don't worry! The Unli with Smart Power All 99. Hindi bitin ang benta with Unli TikTok or Facebook plus 10 gig data and more. Load now!
swerte si Vic. Ikaw kaya, subukan mo sa
Playtime! Guaranteed 10 minutes ang cash out. Ang bilis! Swerte sa akin ang Playtime. You're welcome!
Hindi aabot ang data! Nice!
Don't worry! The Unli with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus Unli Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now!
All-Purpose Epoxy, palabahan sa kahit anong dikitan.
Sa ABC, sigurado ka sa dikitan, di ka papalya. Sa ABC, sigurado ka pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
And of course, it is winning time. Basically, that's the whole intention for the next ball game that we are about to bring you as we continue with the action for the PlayTime Cares Filoil EcoOil 18th Preseason Cup. We'll stand by for the next game that we're going to be bringing to you. Of course, we're talking about the UE Red Warriors going up against the NU Bulldogs. Dito naman tayo sa ating UAAP group, and hope and we're so happy that you could join us for this particular weekend. Benji Santiago, kasama ko si Randolph Leongson, and of course, a lot of people are excited about this. One of these two teams sa ating game na ihahatid sa kanila na mag-uumpisa na sa ilang sandali, one of them will rise.
Yeah, indeed. 1-0 has got to go, and UE and NU both winless teams so far will get that elusive first win.
Yes, and of course, a little later on, it's going to be a rematch of the finals that has been happening here for a couple of years sa ating Preseason Cup, and everybody's waiting for that. De La Salle University Green Archers later on against the UP Fighting Maroons. So samahan nyo lang kami. We're gonna make it worth your while. So yun na, nakita ba natin yung ating team standings para ma-update lang yung ating ding mga sumusunod, sumusubaybay at nanonood.
Yeah, indeed. As you see here, NU and UE still in search for that elusive first win. They lost their first 2 outings, but now maghaharap na, magkukrus na yung landas nila. And again, as I said, once O has got to go, but UE and NU have been both competitive in their past games. So let's see if they can conjure and finally get through the tape in this contest.
Hindi lang yun talagang magsasalubong yung landas nila eh. And after this ball game, maghihiwalay na yung landas nila. They're gonna be going separate ways because one of them will finally get into the win column. Let's talk about the UE Red Warriors in their last game. They lost out dito sa UP Fighting Maroons.
Yeah, UE was riding the hot hands of John Abate in that last game against UP, but kumbaga the firepower of UP Fighting Maroons just prevailing down the stretch. As you see there, 16 3-pointers made, and the big discrepancy when it comes to that rebounding has been the biggest difference in that victory for UP.
You made mention about John Abate, but he only had those 20 points in the first half. And it was a struggle for him in the second half when they actually adjusted the defense. Anyway, Precious Momoe, double-double as always, more than 100% every time he plays.
Yeah, no surprise of the performance of Precious Momoe, 23, 18, 4 and 4 in that last game. But it also highlights the need of the other players for the Red Warriors to really step up and give that support. And as you saw, 18 rebounds, 24 lang ata yung nakuha nung UE as a whole. So they need to crash the boards more, especially against a formidable NU team.
Well, parehong pinanggalingan ng UP, you know, NU, ganun din ang naging resulta para sa kanila. They fell short and this was the result, a 74-84. Well, tingnan natin if they might be able to bounce back.
Yeah, again, we called this game, there's a rivalry game, NU and UP, but kumbaga, kumalas na lang din ang UP pagdating ng dulo, and you see close yung bench points. They actually won the rebounding, but UP just hosting a block party in that game and really sharing the basketball against NU. So kumbaga, konting tweaks na lang for NU. They could have gotten the win, but they have to kumbaga recalibrate, and this man has been the key for them. PJ Palacielo, 20 points, very consistent from the field, and he's gonna be a man to watch in the middle para sa NU.
He's gonna be carrying a load of responsibility if they want to come up with their first win in this battle against the UE Red Warriors. Well, of course, yun nga yung binabanggit lang natin. No? Siyempre, tutukan din natin itong ating key matchup as we take a look at these, Paul Francisco and John Abate, the clash of these two players too.
Yeah, Paul Francisco making the most of the minutes given to him. Meanwhile, John Abate getting more responsibility on the offensive end, and you saw only 4 minutes yung pinahinga niya this game. I expect that to be the norm in this matchup.
Well, just do stand by because we're going to be bringing you, sabi nga natin, nasa UAAP group tayo. It's going to be the UE Red Warriors going up against the NU Bulldogs. And let's turn you over sa ating venue announcer for the call-out.
Once again here inside PlayTime Filoil Center. Today's third game features the UE Red Warriors versus the NU Bulldogs. Let's meet the starting fives, beginning with the UE Red Warriors. Starting at guard number 1, Nico Mulintapang. To guard number 11, John Abate. Coming in at center number 35, Precious Momoe. Forward number 15, 30, Malaga. And the other forward number 7, Welo Lingolingo. The head coach for the Red Warriors is Chris Gavina. Now, the starting fives for the National University Bulldogs. Starting at guard number 12, Reynard Humamoy. Also at guard number 16, Leonard Santiago. Center number 18, Omar John. Forward number 77, Kenshin Patrones. And the other forward, number 7, Paul Francisco. The head coach for the Bulldogs is Jeff Napa.
And taking a look at our PusoP.com starting 5, Nico Mulingtapa, Welo Lingo, Cos Precious Momoe, John Abate, and Malaga para rito sa UE Red Warriors. Humamoy along with Jello Santiago, Omar John, Paul Francisco, and Kenji Padrones will be the starting unit para rito sa NU Bulldogs. Welcome once again and hope that you could join us all the way until we will go through till the next game para sulit ang inyong Sabado. Anyway, nagsimula na ang ating ball game as we take a look at this offense here para sa UE Red Warriors. Precious Momoe wanting to be aggressive, and Omar John picks up a personal right away.
Again, no surprise. Precious Momoe going on the attack early on in that first possession. And you expect that from him. Kumbaga, kita mo yung gigil ni Precious Momoe to get that elusive first win, and he was quick to attack the defense of Omar John.
Yung tanong ko lang nga dyan, kailan ba hindi gigil? Ito si Precious Momoe. Ganun na talaga siya. It's in his nature.
Yeah, it's in his DNA. And really, if you're UE, you consider Precious Momoe as a go-to guy of sorts. You want to emulate that. Gusto mong mahawa yung energy ng teammates mo. The temperament, maybe not much, but the energy, yes.
Well, at least, so far, dito sa ating season na ito, nakikita ko kay Precious Momoe, medyo bumaba na ng konti. Yung kanyang mga emotional highs before. In the meantime, NU goes for the 3-pointer. It's 1-0 para sa UE Red Warriors. See their half-court offense here. Very patient offense. And also one thing I noticed in the previous game, yung mga Dumont Cruz brothers did not show up, did not see action.
Yeah, did not really play. So maybe some situational rotation by Coach Chris Gavina, as that was a big block for Paul Francisco. Oh, sorry, that's Jello Santiago.
And I think this is going to be a foul against Nico Mulingtapa as he tries to control that attack by Jello Santiago. No relation.
Sayo. But yeah, Jello Santiago, the younger brother of volleyball stars Dindin and Jaja Santiago, made a name for himself with CU, now in his second year with NU.
So at least we're getting the spotlight on the Santiagos for this particular Saturday afternoon.
Kasama ka.
Yun, kasama
Kahit
na
walang
ako doon.
relation.
1-1 split charities for Jello. UE Red Warriors, in their last offensive thrust, they did not involve Precious Momoe. Oops, teka muna, may naiwan. And Malaga's left at the backcourt. Wonder what happened there. It was an off-ball sequence.
Seems like he's holding on to his ear. So our referees will get a closer look on what really transpired during that play.
So I think he's holding on to the left side of his face. Para siyang inabot doon ng isang right hook kasi sa kaliwa di ba?
But again, nothing untoward between these guys. Kumbaga, kakasimula pa lang natin ang laro But again, you gotta love the physicality and both teams just diving for the ball and really exemplifying how important every possession is. Kahit ganito pa tayo kaaga.
Tsaka yun nga yung gutom na sa panalo. So we're waiting for the official announcement of what really happened right there. Our officials are talking to both sides.
I think no call will be given, no fouls will be called. But UE will retain possession.
There was indeed no whistle when that happened. They just stopped. It's because bola na ng UE. One of their players was down dun sa backcourt. John Abate will inbound. Now they go back to Precious Momoe. The usual attack, but he gets blocked right there.
Nakabawi na si Omar John with that block on Precious Momoe.
And now OJ, tuloy-tuloy na yung bagbawi.
Yeah, and he saw the big advantage. Welo Lingo-Lingo was the only one on the paint. Late si Precious Momoe on the help on that fast break, and Omar John will go to the line for two. Second set of free throws for NU.
For a little while there, I thought it was the foul that's going to be called on Precious Momoe. It's Welo Lingo-Lingo as Omar John trying to get himself on the board, missing on the first free throw. And free throws brought to you by ABC Tile Adhesive. Sigurado ka dito. Kakantahin ko na ba? Omar John splits his charities. Now they find themselves on top just by one. Napang field goals in the early goings of this match. The baseline jumper, eto na, simula na ba para kay John Abate?
Yeah, nice getaway for John Abate to get to the corner, and then that quick trigger enabling him to hit that first three.
So at least his first attempt, and it's already a make. Signs of good things for the UE Red Warriors. It's turning out to be difficult here. A forced shot from Omar John, not exactly the way they want to execute that play. UE Red Warriors, again, Precious Momoe. But he lost the basketball, trying to retrieve it. Ends up with the NU Bulldogs. Reinhard Momoe was able to pick up that loose ball. NU going to the ref is a nice pass inside, pero bago pa yata maka-take off.
Yeah, no continuation will be given to Paul Francisco, but really nice acknowledgement by Omar John to see who's cutting to the basket, and he was able to get out that pass, but yun nga, yung foul was committed on the ground.
It's going to be a baseline throw in for the Bulldogs. Side, Chelo Santiago. It's up against Precious Momoe. He decides for the drive. Bitin. Omar John cleans up the mess.
And this is what Omar John can bring to you, that stability down low. He did get the offensive rebound, get the better positioning over Precious Momoe, and just chuck the ball right back to the rim.
Tied at 4. 7 minutes to play. Another catch and shoot. John Abate from the same spot. Missed that time. A little too unsure about how Paul Francisco right now with the basketball. Trying to go ISO. He decides for the pass at the last second. Shot clock is down to 4. Chelo Santiago knocks down in mid-range.
And he has 3 points now for NU. And again, Chelo Santiago is just making the most of the opportunities given to him. He's really proven to be a stable rotation player for Coach Jeff Napa.
Bad execution right there for the UE Red Warriors. Transition basketball here for NU. Let's see the shot from the outside, just wouldn't go. Kenji Padrones with that miss. And Nico Bulingtapan sets up the play. He's up against Reinhard Momoe. They go for the three, makes the three. John Abate.
2 of 3 from distance is John Abate to start this game. Promising offensive outburst for him in the early goings. Should be a key thing for the UE Red Warriors.
He's averaging 21 points per ball game, but of course the most important thing here is not his average. They could come up with a win. As we take a look at this long-distance shot that falls short for Paul Francisco, they managed to get it back. 5:20 to play. First period. Omamoy lost it. Here comes the UE Red Warriors. John Abate leading the pack. Trying to set up Nico Muling Tapang. John Abate this time penetrates. Bit in.
Yeah, John Abate thought he got fouled by Omar John there. But no whistles from the referee. Play continues.
Kenji Padrones, point blank miss, and Precious Momawai grabbing that rebound right away. Nico Muling Tapang. John Abate. Chelo Santiago. And this shot from the outside, nope. Omar John clutches onto that basketball. And you. Cello sizing up the situation inside. Hooks a pass to Omar John, who floats it up. And UE making a stop. Precious Momaway drives the baseline. A push and a shove, and that'll be number 2 on Omar John.
That's going to be a cause for concern for NU with Omar John picking up his second personal.
And taking a look at this three-pointer of the quarter brought to us by Jiangnan. Hot pot ba? Jiangnan na.
But the good thing really for NU is despite Omar John picking up his second, PJ Palacielo is ready to, in a way, take over for him in the paint. Also entering Jolo Manansala for for Kenshin Padrones.
It still is close, but of course, Coach Jeff Napa, like a platoon substitution already for NU.
And really, it's exemplifying the depth of this NU Bulldogs team. Kumbaga, maybe they did not really get the start that they want, but they know that the 5 that they have on the court is ready to, in a way, recover.
How about that? Leisurely taking a baseline jumper, PJ Palacielo.
Yeah, picking up where he left off, PJ Palacielo. 20 points in that last game. And he's adding that mid-range jumper to his game more than just being the garbage man and cleaning up those misses.
Oh, wow. Precious Momawai. Not an easy shot to make. The turnaround falling away. Look at this, PJ Palacielo helpless. As soon as that spin was made, he knows it. Precious Momawai was telling the refs, yes, it should count.
And that's the 3rd time that Precious Momawai has drawn a foul off of an NU team. And you see the displeasure of Coach Jeff Napa just slamming the whiteboard in exasperation on the NU bench as another failed defensive play enables Precious Momawai to this potential 3-point play, but he missed on that bonus.
And then there's that first ball foul. UE hangs on to a 1-point lead, but it's going to be NU basketball this time around. We're still here in the first quarter, 3 minutes and 29. And so UE is already in penalty.
Yeah. And now Jolo Navarro on the line. One of their few rookies in this team coming off Letran Squires will now try to make a name for himself with NU in Oxon.
Makes the second. Jolo Navarro gets himself right away on the board, coming off the bench and tying it all up at 9. referee's whistle halts play here.
Yeah, that's going to be on Precious Momo. He was caught holding down PJ Palachelo on that rebound play. And again, penalty situation going against UE. That means 2 more free throws for PJ Palachelo and a chance to give NU back the lead.
Already with 2 points as soon as he entered the floor, but he missed on the free throw. NU right now is 2 of 6 from the line. Missed both. So UE. Steve Nash Enriquez breaking up the play, coming up with a steal. He's trying to make an instant impact right away as soon as he enters the floor. And where are they going to go? Precious Momo away. Just standing there. Intimidating factor.
Oh.
He missed the layup though. Whoa.
Yeah, Tebol Garcia had an option to pass the ball to Steve Nash Enriquez. Waited until the last second before making a decision and eventually chose to take it strong to the basket.
I'm impressed with the way he hanged in the air. Was thinking about it, whether to make a pass or go for the shot. I guess he made the right decision. Now they find themselves up by 2, 11-9 right now. And UE, a three-pointer. Busan.
Yeah, Gabo Busan, first taste of action in the Premier Preseason Cup. A Phil-Canadian rookie for UE, now adding to that firepower for the Red Warriors.
10 ball, nowhere to go inside. Cholo Manansala firing away, comes up short. Precious Momo as usual, be taking care of rebounds. No Omar John on the floor. Was picked up 2 personal fouls in the first period. Momo. They want John a bit
Nice
to heat
defense by PJ.
Palacielo, yep. And over at the other side, transition, Tebol Garcia. It's got 4.
Yeah, Tebol Garcia being aggressive to the basket, complementing yung pure point guard nila na si Steve Nash Enriquez. What a nice backcourt for the Bulldogs.
But UE is getting their 3-pointers to go down. Gabo Busan.
Yeah, 6 points for Gabo Busan, both coming from distance. And it's really nice to see players like Gabo Busan find a home in UE. He initially committed to UST 2 years ago, but maybe the things didn't pan out well for him. Now he's showing his worth in Recto.
And UE in penalty. They're going to be picking up another foul, but take a look at this. Jangnan, 3-pointer of the quarter from Gabo Busan. Jangnan hotpot ba? Jangnan na. Cholo Manansala at the line to shoot free throws. Another miss. Ang dami ng free throws.
That has been the Achilles heel for NU in this game. Would have been a different story had they made their free throws. 3 of 8 now.
Cholo Manansala taking care of the second. 1-point lead for the UE Red Warriors. 35 seconds here in the first quarter. It's taking some time for the execution of this half-court offense for UE. Sino ang pupuntahan nila? Nilabas na kanina si John Bate. Miss for Welo Lingo, and there's going to be a loose ball foul against NU. Cholo Manansala will pick up the personal.
But I didn't really like that play for UE. Too much one-on-one, too much dribbling for them, which deviating from what worked from them in the past possessions, which is really focused heavily on ball movement.
This is how the way it has been working when they go Precious Momo away. Another difficult shot to take. And here comes NU. They might have the last say. It might take over the lead here. Steve Nash Enriquez. Little hesitation. That shot. It goes!
Nice recognition by PJ Palacielo. Very patient when he got the ball off Steve Nash Enriquez and kissing it high off the glass, beating the buzzer to end the first quarter.
And they're on top by 1. Despite missing a lot of free throws, taking a look at what happened in the first 10 minutes of play. Of course, John Bates is really expected to bring the goods and deliver the goods for the UE Red Warriors. There was also Tebel Garcia coming off the bench. A lot of those coming off the bench players for Renu did their thing here. Gab Obusan showing what he can show here for the UE Red Warriors.
Sa ABC sigurado ka, sa dikitan di ka papalya. Sa ABC sigurado ka, pulido ang trabaho di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
Good afternoon, I am Kate Reyes reporting from the sidelines. Well, both are vying for their first win in the tournament. The Bulldogs and the Warriors are going through two entirely different situations in their respective compositions as teams. For NU, that is pretty much still intact. They want to hold themselves to high expectations to perform better than ever. Kaya ganun na lang magalit si Coach Jeff kanina. UE from its end is welcoming growth, adapting to a new core with new mentors helping, hoping it would bring about the change they want to happen while they have time to gel. Let's see how that plays out, Benji and Dolph.
Thank you very much. Kate Reyes was also the one who told us earlier prior to the start of this ball game that Jake Figueroa is not going to be playing, seeing action here.
And really elaborates how the sense of urgency should be felt by the other NU players, especially in the wings, guys like Jolo Manansala, even Jolo Navarro, the rookie, getting their opportunities without Jake Figueroa playing in today's game.
Somebody has to step up, and that's exactly what we have seen after the first quarter. We go right now into the second period. Welcome everyone who's enjoying all of the action here. Promises to be a very exciting Saturday afternoon. Benji Santiago here, Randolph Leonson and Kate Reyes. And it's as close as it can get between these two teams. Hungry for a win. Well, Lingo can't knock down that outside shot. And you right now, what an effort by PJ Palacielo to have the last say in the first period. Very patient, was able to bank it in.
And this is going to be a cause for concern for UE. Precious Momoy picking up his second personal, and immediately you see Coach Chris Gavina taking his big man out. So the UE now utilizing also an all-Filipino lineup. Remember, back in the first quarter, nakadalawang fouls na si Omar dyan. So medyo at least pantay na sila dyan.
Steve Nash, shot clock is down to 5. Tebel with a fake. I think he stepped out of bounds. Oh, there's a foul?
Yeah, that's going to be on Ronji Go. And you gotta love the energy that Tebel Garcia is providing on the offense para dito sa NU. Basically, he's just breaking whatever UE is throwing at them, and he gets another assist there.
On cue. As soon as you mention his name, he has done something wonderful. Steve Nash coming up with the steal. Almost getting that basket to go down. A little careless. The UE Red Warriors in taking care of that basketball. That getaway! No! Could have been nice for Gabo Busan. The ball by move.
And this is the first time that we're seeing Miguel Palanca in the game. A NU Nazareth bullpup. This rookie he has a lot of hype coming for him as he makes his move to the seniors ranks, and immediately Benji.
Baptism of fire, but no problem. Boys to men adventure once again here. And they're the largest lead in this first half. 5 points up for the NU Bulldogs. Great effort for the block there, but no boxing fault. And Malaga will get himself on board. Tebo setting up the play here. Ball pass inside, it ends up with Steve Nash and the corner. Can't hit that three-pointer. Chance for UE. Somehow up the ante of their game here. Yun naman ang panira na pinasa pa.
Yeah, just that was a chance for 3rd Malaga to take it strong to the basket, but kind of hesitated on his way out. Really second-guessed himself, but this time, no doubting for Miguel Palanca to finish off that fast break opportunity, and you got to love it. If you can see the bigs running down the floor for NU, and we just mentioned Miguel Palanca, another rookie, another big rookie for NU, about to check in. Jedrick Solomon, the brother of Lady Bulldog, Alexis Solomon, will make his entry to the basket, but
and as soon as he got back onto the floor, that's a quick basket to tip in by Omar John. Back to another 5-point lead for NU.
And again, credit that to the aggressiveness of Tebol Garcia, just catching the attention of the defense, leaving Omar John for that putback.
Oh, nice fake. Sides for the dish inside. It results in a foul called against NU. Joloman and Sala acknowledges the personal. Dylan Esby tried his very best here, but they need Nico Mulingtapang to be their ball distributor for the UE Red Warriors. And free throws being brought to us all by ABC Tile Adhesives. Sigurado ka dito. Sigurado na tayo.
And tingnan natin kung masisigurado din ni 3rd Malaga yung kanyang free throws in this sequence. And again, another rookie, Jid Locsin, coming in para dito sa NU. So this is an opportunity, really, Coach Jeff Napa utilizing his bench to, in a way, expose his neophytes to the seniors. Kumbaga, yung break-in, mas magandang makonyo na ngayon as we try for that first win.
Sooner or later, talaga namang gagamitin yan. Might as well start now.
And you know, those rookies are not pushovers. Those are quality players who are used to winning. Again, you remember the NU Bullpups were runner-ups last season, perennial contenders, and really just quality players all around.
Only goes to show you, start them young, a very good basketball program of the National University. Another 5-point lead here. Tebol Garcia floats it up, it doesn't drop. And here comes the UE Red Warriors. Let's see, who can they go to for point production? Sorry, miss. Well, Lingo had the looks a couple of times.
That was too strong of a pass by Jid Locsin to Miguel Palanca.
Okay, guys, you're men now. You're not boys anymore.
Settle down. Settle down.
Settle down. Approaching the 6-minute mark of the second period. Nico Mulingtapang. Well, Lingo is going to keep on trying. So far, his shots are not going down.
And you see immediately Precious Momoy back on the court. Kumbaga, I believe that's only 3 minutes of game time that he rested. And now, it seems like UE hitting that little sense of urgency. They do not want to fall behind against NU.
Wala silang maasahan
na
maka-score para sa UE. there's the value of a Precious Momoe. Wherever they go, sarado ang pintuan.
Yeah, great defense by NU.
Nico Tapang was able to attract a contact on rebound of the quarter by Precious Momoe. Hatid sa atin ang El General All-Purpose Epoxy.
And I believe that's the 5th rebound of the game for Precious Momoe.
And for sure, there's going to be plenty to come and happen here in this ball game.
And again, it's going to be a surprise for us if Precious can, in a way, be in double-double just before halftime. Kumbaga norm na sa atin yan eh. Nasanay na tayo na ganun eh. And that's really a testament to the greatness of one Precious Momoe.
He just have to keep himself away from fouls. He's got 2 already. Missed both free throws here for Nico Tapang. That 22-17 is still up on our scoreboard with NU ahead. Actually, pareho nang hindi umiscore. We're stuck here.
Yeah, stagnated, but really great effort there for Miguel Palanga and Jedrick Solomon, but no success for them. And another forced shot for 30 right. Malaga.
Earlier, he even missed free throws. Here comes transition basketball for the UE Red Warriors. Precious Momoe just before liftoff, who gets fouled right away. Francisco picking up his first personal foul.
And you were talking about the offense stagnating. Now you see UE coach Chris Gavina bringing in John Abate back in the game. Meanwhile, Reinhard Humamoy checking in for Jid Locsin, bringing in a little bit of stability para sa Bulldogs.
There's John Abate attacking the baseline. There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
And that's just favor for John Abate, beating Nat Tulabot on the dribble, and not even the help defense of Reinhard Humamoy can interfere with that basket.
And finally, a movement in the scoreboard. Estebel Garcia also did some wonders earlier with his early stint here in the first half. And he completes the three-point play. Now it's the turn of NU. Who's going to be delivering the goods for them? Uh-oh. UE. Unable. It's going to be a loose ball foul against the Bulldogs.
The careless turnovers leading to DJ Robles getting that offensive rebound.
Already a penalty on NU Bulldogs.
Kita mo yung bilis ng pagbalasa ng player si Coach Jeff. When a player commits an error, kumbaga may nakahanda na agad na papalit eh. And Tebol Garcia saying, oy, pahinga ka muna uli. Pasok na Steve Nash. Let's see if this Enriquez Humamoy tandem in the backcourt can help NU get away against this pesky UE side.
UE is 1 of 6. Actually, kanina meron na si John Abate na progress na ito, pero that's a miss. What's happening with this, with the free throws of these two teams?
Yeah, and also NU shooting 4 of 10 from distance so far. So, kumbaga, kontra-tempo lang eh. Pantay lang din sila nga nagmimintes eh.
Is that the reason why we have a close ball game? Pero this is low scoring to consider, 22-20. 3, that's a miss. Steve Nash acknowledges the error.
Yeah, he wanted to immediately shoot the ball, but nagulat siya na ang laki ng bantay niya. Had a second thought, but took a little time for him to make that decision. Turnover once again for NU.
Pressure defense being applied by NU. Well, Lingo managing to get that ball across. Precious Momoway gets away with a dunk.
PJ Palacielo thought he got hit in the face when Precious Momoway went for that ball fake.
And how about that three-pointer? Leonard Momoway getting that long-distance shot.
First three of the game for Reynard Humamoy, and really, this is a nice sight to see Reynard Humamoy improve his shooting from distance. We know how crafty he is when it comes to slashing to the basket, and it's nice to see him add that arsenal in his game.
And breaking the silence. It has been going on for NU. Take a look at this smart power dunk. Precious Momoway, all brought to you by Smart Power, all 99. Load now. 3 minutes here in the first half. Battle for the first win. Inside, nothing there for NU. This could be easier. PJ Palacielo, he was able to do that back in the first quarter. He did it again. Banking shot. Steve Nash comes up with a steal here. Spacing was the problem for UE that time. But UE making the stop. That's the way to do it. Well, Ligo. He's not going to be denied that time. Strong, aggressive move to the basket. 2 minutes and 25 left here to play in the first half.
Sa ABC sigurado ka, sa di kita di ka papalya. Sa ABC sigurado ka, pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
Playtime! Pinakamataas sa cashback sa 2%. Taas nun, ha? Guaranteed 10 minutes ang cash out. Ang bilis! Over 2,500 games para maraming chances manalo.
Hindi aabot ang data! Nice!
Don't worry! Be only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now!
Three-point advantage being enjoyed by the NU Bulldogs, and we have this time remaining here in the first half, 2 minutes and 25. Hasn't been as much as they wanted to score here in the second quarter, considered a low-scoring game. And I'm pretty sure before we know it, things are really going to heat up here. And one of these guys is PJ Palacielo, who has been delivering from mid-range. He's got 6 points in the game.
8 points now for PJ Palacielo. But really showcasing that offensive repertoire in the post. PJ Palacielo, just a keeper for NU.
Precious Momoway. Look at this game face. And he has been making mincemeat of the defense of PJ Palacielo. He's at the line.
Not just PJ Palacielo though, Benji. He's just running straight through the NU front line, just scoring at will. Itong si Precious Momoway. Another foul drawn immediately. Coach Jeff Napa deploying Omar John back in the game.
Under 2 minutes, they get a 2-point ball game. 10 seconds shot clock to work on here for NU. BJ Palacielo with that turn. Falls short. Here comes UE. Tie or take the lead? John Abate against Jola Manansala. John Abate penetrates, hangs, unable. Jola Manansala going to Steve Nash Enriquez. 1 minute to play here in the first half. Leonardo Mamoy. Shot clock now is down to 5 for NU. The floater, the putback. That's the one that went in for Reynaldo Mamoy.
And Reynaldo Mamoy just staying with the play. Overcooked his floater bit, but waited for the ball to go down, and he got the offensive board. 2 more points to his name.
Precious Mamoy getting away from Omar John with a quick basket. 29.2 seconds remaining. NU Bulldogs protecting just a 2-point lead. Precious Momoe, he's going to be having his way against Omar John. Both players actually nursing 2 personal fouls here in the first half.
Sa ABC sigurado ka, pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
El General All-Purpose Epoxy, palabahan sa kahit anong dikitan.
Enjoy high-speed internet with one of Smart's best ever promos. Whether you need big data on a budget or worry-free Unli internet, get these Smart Wi-Fi promos today.
Yes, that's right. They really are dead serious to come up with a win, but this is just first half action and we only have 29.2 seconds to play. Once again, Benji Santiago, Randolph Leongson, and Kate Reyes at courtside. It's Reynaldo Mamoy going to Steve Enriquez. Difference of about 4 seconds game clock and shot clock here. Both teams already in penalty. Steve Nash with a floater that falls short. Precious Momoe, there's still time. 5 seconds remaining here in the first half. John Abate looks at the clock. Behind the back dribble. He puts up a desperation shot and got blocked partially right there. We do expect a real close game between these two teams as we take a look at this PlayTime Cares best plays of the quarter. When they needed point production, they go to the reliables. Reynaldo Mamoy beginning to click with his outside shot. Let's see if he could come up more when the second half begins. But Precious Momoe, that's exactly how he plays. And he just wants consistency for himself and his team here.
Sa ABC sigurado ka, sa dikitan di ka papalya. Sa ABC sigurado ka, pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
Itong part na to.
Okay po.
Swerte si Vic. Ikaw kaya, subukan mo sa
Playtime! Pinakamataas sa cashback sa 2%. Taas dun, ha? Swerte sa akin ang Playtime. You're welcome!
All-Purpose Epoxy, El
Boxy, palaban sa kahit anong dikitan.
Di abot ang data!
GG bro!
Don't worry! Be only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi bitin with 10 gig data to power your games plus only Facebook or only TikTok. Load now!
Happy anniversary at TNT! Pangmalawakang coverage. With free data, calls, and texts. At sulit na rewards. My future.
Right? What's the plan?
I have a plan. The new Smart Junior Plan. Made for me. For only learning, only experiences, only connections at just $4.99. It's a plan as good as yours. New Smart Junior Plan.
Enjoy high-speed internet with one of Smart's best ever promos. Whether you need big data on a budget or worry-free Unli internet. Get these smart Wi-Fi promos today. Hindi aabot ang data! Nice!
Don't worry! Be only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi na bitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now!
Hindi umulan!
Di mo tayo makakabenta.
Yes!
Don't worry! Be only with Smart's Power All 99. Hindi bitin ang benta with only TikTok or Facebook plus 10 gig data and more. Load now!
Sa ABC, sigurado ka. Pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
Itong part na to.
Si Vic Soto na ata ang pinakaswerteng tao sa Pilipinas. Kahit hindi niya alam, kahit hindi niya sinasadya. Swerte si Vic. Ikaw kaya, subukan mo sa
Playtime! Pinakamataas sa cashback sa 2%. Guaranteed 10 minutes ang cash out. Over 2,500 games para maraming chances manalo. Swerte sa akin ang Playtime. You're welcome! Playtime! Pinakamataas sa cashback sa 2%. Taas nun, ha? Guaranteed 10 minutes ang cash out. Ang bilis! Over 2,500 games para maraming chances manalo.
Sa ABC, sigurado ka. Pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
Hindi umulan!
Di mo tayo makakabenta.
Yes!
Don't worry! Be only with Smart's Power All 99. Hindi bitin ang benta with only TikTok or Facebook plus 10 gig data and more. Load now!
swerte si Vic. Ikaw kaya, subukan mo sa
Playtime! Guaranteed 10 minutes ang cash out. Ang bilis! Swerte sa akin ang Playtime. You're welcome!
Hindi aabot ang data! Nice!
Don't worry! Be only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi na bitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now!
General All-Purpose Epoxy, palaban sa kahit anong dikitan.
Sa ABC, sigurado ka. Sa dikitan, di ka papalya. Sa ABC, sigurado ka. Pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
Itong part na to.
Okay po.
swerte si Vic. Ikaw kaya, subukan mo sa
Playtime! Pinakamataas sa cashback sa 2%. taas nun, ha? Swerte sa akin ng playtime. You're welcome.
El General All-Purpose Epoxy, palabahan sa kahit anong dikitan.
And we are at the halftime of this ball game, 31-29, 2-point advantage for NU Bulldogs. A story in numbers here, Randolph.
Yeah, our ABC Tile Adhesive halftime stats. Better shooting from distance for UE, 4 3-pointers for them. 2 coming from Gab Obusan, 1 from John Abate, and 1 from Uelo Lingo. Meanwhile, only 1 conversion from distance for NU, courtesy of Reynard Humamoy. Both teams equally terrible from the free throw line. 3 of 11 for UE and 4 of 10 for NU. But the bench providing that big lift for NU, enabling them to get this 2-point lead. A number of notable rookies seeing action for the Bulldogs in this game. But Tebol Garcia has been a shining light for them for those coming off the bench.
Yes, this preseason cup really paving the way for some of the players to make it good and display what they can do. Precious Momoe, the only guy in double figures here for UE, and PJ Palacielo. Of course, toe-to-toe, if he needs to battle it out with Precious Momoe, he's got 8 points. Humamoy with 5, and Omar John also the same thing. John Abate is ready to heat up anytime. He's got 9 points after the first 2 quarters. Gab Obusan showing what he can do, coming up with 6 points. Tebol Garcia did some fine things, not just scoring, although he has only 4 points for NU Bulldogs. As we take a look at our key matchup, what has happened here, Randolph?
Yeah, I mean, John Abate, as expected, leading our key matchup with 9 points. Meanwhile, Paul Francisco, medyo hindi pa nare-recapture yung kanyang Thunder in that first half. Scoreless yet, missing both of his free throws, both of his attempts rather. But remember, in that game against UP, Paul Francisco got his bearings in the third quarter. So this third quarter, this impending third quarter, will be his quarter to take.
Well, of course, the quick shuffling of his personnel for Coach Jeff Napa. And later on, of course, ang inaasahan at inaabangan ang pagtatagpo muli ng LaSalle Green Archers laban sa UP Fighting Maroons. That promises to be really something, and it truly is a privilege for us to be doing and covering the ball games for all of you. All you got to do is just stick it out with us sa ating live stream coverage, pusop.com. And right now, we're just about to enter the third quarter. And how are you all doing so far? You got a 2-point game, 2-point lead for NU, and UE will open up the second half with ball on their side momentarily because they lost it already.
Seems like Precious Momoe was shaken on that play, holding on to his arm.
And play will continue because there was no whistle, and Jolo Navarro takes advantage of that 5 versus 4 situation that time around for NU.
And you see Precious Momoe slightly favoring his left elbow, but it's nice to see him still battling against Omar John for positioning.
Well, Linga, another guy who wants to really get going here. Cholo Manansala. Go for their half-court offense. It's Steve Nash Enriquez. Been there, done that with the orchestration of plays for the Bulldogs. Wow, what a shot. Just couldn't get it to drop.
Yeah, Tebol Garcia trying his best to evade those trees of UE. However, John Abate quick on the retort on that fast break.
Already in double figures. Now he's got 11, John Abate. Still that 2-point lead for NU. Let's see how this one works out. Their shot clock says 6 seconds.
I believe that's going to be a 3-second violation. Omar John took too long of a time before he got the basketball from Jolo Navarro. kumbaga ng itlog sa loob. And bilang na bilang ng referees natin yun.
Siguro mga 1 second na rin na difference. They're
Yeah.
gonna be entering shot clock violation already.
Yeah, 1 second too late for Omar John.
So UE with an opportunity to tie or take the lead. They've been having plenty of chances. Let's see if they could be successful this time. Welo Lingo. Precious bomb away. Battling for that offensive rebound. Is being held down underneath.
And this is going to be big if this will be on Omar John. This would be his third personal. And true enough, yeah. So immediately, Coach Jeff Napa deploying PJ Palacielo in Omar John's lieu.
Precious bomb away. On attack mode once again. And another foul given up by NU here in the third. Well, actually, that's their first. Padrones.
And you see how much Precious Momo is just attacking those big men of NU. Ang magandang bagay lang din siguro, ang daming big man na pwedeng gamitin itong Coach Jeff Napa sa loob.
Pero tinatanong din ng big men yung mga referees. So how are we supposed to guard si Precious Momo eh? Ano ba yung mga legit na pwede siyang guardhan? Kagaya nito, it's going to be a problem here. Precious Momo still ends up with a basketball but throws a bad pass. Well, Lingo, no choice but to give up a foul rather than to give an easy basket for Tebol Garcia.
But you see how crafty Tebol Garcia is reading those passing lanes, getting the steal. Almost got the Euro, but mas mahaba lang din talaga si Welo Lingo. But he was able to, in a way, naibenta yung drive na yun and was able to pick up a foul.
And free throws being brought to us by ABC Tile Adhesive. Sigurado ka dito. Gets the first. Can't get the second.
So the free throw woes continuing for NU in the third quarter.
Nevertheless, they're still up here in this ball game, 34-31. Precious bomb away against a double teaming defense. Welo Lingo. Somebody's down on the floor here.
Jolo Manansala got hit in the midsection by Precious Momoe. Indang-inda niya yung tama na yun and has not been able to get up since.
They're trying to find any solution on how to contain Precious Momoe, but sometimes while sacrificing body, but you have to be ready with the pain.
I wonder if it was the shoulder or the elbow which hit Jolo Manansala in the midsection. He's still wincing in pain, as you see here. Oh, may konting warding off ng elbow. It was not called by the referees. But that was a powerful move by Precious Momoe. I was actually surprised he did not go for the shot there, but opted to get the pass.
34-31, NU with the lead, with the basketball. Tebol Garcia going to Steve Enriquez. He fires over Precious Momoe. Precious Momoe will pick up number 3.
I mean, that's gonna be painful for UE. Precious Momoe has been the heart and soul of this UE fight back. And he has to watch out for him. This is gonna be a character building question for Coach Chris Gavina. Do you keep Precious Momoe in with 7:09 still to play with 3 fouls, or do you trust your bench?
We can only wonder what his decision is going to be.
And it doesn't seem like he's ready to pull out Precious Momoe anytime soon.
Paisa-isa lang talaga ang mga free throws.
That's one thing also favoring UE. Hindi nakakashoot consistently itong NU on the free throw line. So hindi ganun lumalayo itong Bulldogs.
John Abate gets bumped, and he's going to the line for a pair.
Second personal for Kenshin Padrones. And that is going to be their third team foul for NU. Again, the foul situation has been a problem for NU in this game.
John Abate, he's got 12 right now. Time down is 6 minutes and 55. Long ways to go here in the third quarter. It's been a long time I saw somebody make 2 free throws.
Or even a basket. It's been a defensive struggle in the third quarter for both teams, really.
35-33. Precious Momoway has 3 personal fouls and nothing much he could do about that jump hook. PJ Palacielo, who has already 10 points in the game.
I believe that's only the first field goal conversion for NU in the third quarter. 6-4 has been the score in this quarter.
Well, as long as they are maintaining the lead on their side. Quick pass, nice play.
And nice recognition by PJ Palacielo to see a cutting Cholo Manasala to the rim. Unprepared yung UE defense. There's just 2 small players inside.
And now this is the largest lead in the ball game, up 6. NU. Well, Ligo against Tebel Garcia, drives the baseline, up with the shot and in.
Well, Lingo acknowledging that he's got the size advantage against Tebel Garcia, and he knows that when he gets that matchup, he will take that opportunity every single time, kahit weekly pa.
Can you imagine? That's only the 4th point of Vuelo Lingo.
Yeah.
And then this mid-range for PJ Palacielo. Got 12.
And you gotta love how PJ Palacielo is just adding those offensive skills in his game more than just being a banger and a rebounder. A revelation really for NU.
And then the turnover by UE. And Cholo Manansala adds up to their lead. Largest as of the moment. 43-35. Taking a look at this fast break of the game, brought to us all by ABC Tile Adhesives. Sigurado ka dito. 43-35 NU.
Sa ABC sigurado ka, sa dikitan di ka papalya. Sa ABC sigurado ka, pulido ang trabaho di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
Itong part na to.
Si Vic Soto na ata ang pinakaswerteng tao sa Pilipinas. Kahit hindi niya alam, kahit hindi niya sinasadya. Swerte si Vic. Ikaw kaya, subukan mo sa
PlayTime. Pinakamataas sa cashback sa 2%. Guaranteed 10 minutes ang cash out. Over 2,500 games para maraming chances manalo. Swerte sa akin ang PlayTime. You're welcome.
Hindi umuulan!
Hindi mo tayo makakabenta!
Yes!
Don't worry! Be unleashed with Smart's Power All 99. Hindi bitin ang benta with only TikTok or Facebook plus 10 gig data and more. Load now!
And as we resume with the action here in the third quarter, a warning for improper bench decorum is issued against the UE Red Warriors. This is now the largest lead considering here in this ball game. Nico muling tapang. Could get the ball to Precious Momoe. They almost lost it. Nico muling tapang now has 3 seconds to work on. Floats it up. Long and strong. Yui grabbing offensive rebound. And Precious Momoe is called for the extra steps.
Medyo nanggigil si Precious Momoe on that, and he looked at the shot clock. He acknowledges na nauubusan na rin ng oras yung Yui on that offensive setup, but he was not focusing on how many steps he's already taking.
Ten seconds to work on here for NU. It goes, it counts. Must have fouled BJ Palacielo.
14 points now for PJ Palacielo. The good thing there is Ron G. Go was whistled for the foul. Medyo natakot pa ng konti ni UE because that would have been Precious Momoe's fourth. So you see how much NU is trying to pick up that fourth foul for Precious Momoe, just trying to attack him on the basket. UE has to do a better job in getting that help for their big man.
BJ Palacielo completes the three-point play. Now they're up double figures here in the third quarter.
And they turned the ball over. Gab Obusan was stepping on the line as he was about to make that inbounds pass. So unti-unting namamagana ang lamang na NU.
Steve Nash, long distance, gets it to go down.
This is starting to look like a pull away for NU. 14-2 run in this game.
Nico muling tapang decided for a pass. Nobody was there. And it's a good thing somehow Gab Obusan was able to salvage the situation. Precious Momoe even asking for a foul after he made that banking shot. Entering the 3-minute mark here in the third, another three-pointer, a miss, and then Precious Momoe got it on the face. The foul is going to be called here against Padrones.
Yeah, that's going to be the third personal foul for Kenshin Padrones.
No more fouls to give for NU.
Kahit yung referee, yung bahagi natin nagugulahan.
Sabi ni Paul Francisco, kapapasok ko pa lang eh. And now he comes up with a steal. See, he needs to be there on the floor.
Yeah, that's why he's not going to be the one to sub out. Paul Francisco really thriving off those one-on-one plays. Very tenacious in getting those steals, and he's got the first point of the game.
Pulling away, up by 14 right now, considered to be the largest for NU, and UE can't get anything to go down, managing to get an offensive rebound as always. Precious Momoe, can he put up a decent shot? Yes, he can. Yep, it's reverse.
Precious Momoe just creating enough separation with those bumps, and he did not lose real estate on that one. Get the up and under.
Paul Francisco missing from the outside. Nako.
That's gonna be tough. Foul number 4 for Precious Momoe on that rebound play. And that's really the dangers, Benji. We're just elaborating that, of keeping someone with 3 fouls already that early in the third.
Well, kailangan ilabas si Precious Momoe. That's exactly what happened here. BJ Palacielo, he just goes on with those jump hooks.
And he's really just thriving now without Precious Momoy bodying him up. I believe he has 16 points in this game.
The 17, actually.
Oh, 17, because he got a bonus earlier.
UE running out of options and who to take and who could produce for him. Well, Lingo, it's just about time if he could get his act to be consistently going for him for UE. Under 2 minutes to play here in the third. Truly a big quarter here for the NU Bulldogs, especially this guy, unstoppable. Now, PJ Palacielo.
And he's just feasting down low. PJ Palacielo. Just seeing that he's got the advantage for this Playtime Cares play of the quarter. No problem, even if there's 3 defenders on his way again. That was brought to you by Playtime Cares, elevating the next generation of Filipino athletes.
And it's not yet over for him in that play because he's still got this bonus free throw.
So a chance to equal his total last game. And na-jinx ko.
Maybe later.
That's what.
Maybe later. Long ways to go. May fourth quarter pa tayo.
But yeah, PJ Palacielo is just having a ball of a game in this contest.
Yan nga yung binabanggit ko. Welo, Lingo, it's got to be aggressive. It's got to really show up here in this ball game.
Especially now that Precious Momo is grounded on the bench with 4 fouls. Actually, even John Abate has stagnated in this third quarter.
Long distance shot. Reinhard Humamoy buries it.
Second three-pointer for Reinhard Humamoy. And he knows that he got that separation on that 3. Just easy pickings for him.
Bueno, Lingo. Mulintapa, shot clock going down, takes it from the outside, it just bounced out. And here comes NU, Reinhard Humamoy looks at the clock. There's still time. Might as well set it properly, their half-court offense. He just hit the 3-pointer earlier. Francisco with the long 2 and knocks it down.
What a third quarter barrage para dito sa NU. 29 points for them in this quarter.
And you just said it right, Randall. May habol pa na foul? Then it's in the act. Actually, both teams are already in penalties, so Welo Lingo. He truly woke up here in the third. Pero he has to battle it himself along with John Abate, trying to contend against NU Bulldogs, who was really making a good run here in the third period. He makes his first. And now he's got 11 points. Is there still time?
I believe they're going to add a little bit time. Because if the clock was already empty, they would allow them to shoot the free throws at the start of the fourth. So they're saying there's still point two left in the third quarter. But again, a superb third period for the Bulldogs. 29 points to create this breathing room against the Red Warriors. So this will be the third free throw for Welo Lingo.
11 points so far. And then 2/10 of a second left here in the third. All going in for Welo Lingo. And they just inbounded that basketball. 60-47. How do you like that? A 29-point explosion in the third period for the NU Bulldogs. And of course, creating some problems also for the UE Red Warriors as Precious Momoy picked up his 4th. And there's still a full quarter ahead of this ball game. Things are looking up and well for the NU Bulldogs, especially this guy. You can see it in his face. He's having a lot of fun.
Sa ABC sigurado ka. Sa di kita di ka papalya. Sa ABC sigurado ka. Pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
Swerte si Vic. Ikaw kaya, subukan mo sa...
Playtime! Guaranteed 10 minutes ang cash out. Ang bilis! Swerte sa akin ang Playtime. You're welcome!
All-purpose epoxy El General. Matibay na dikitan. Konkreto, kahoy, bakal. Plastic El General All-Purpose Epoxy. Palabahan sa kahit anong dikitan.
Enjoy high-speed internet with one of Smart's best ever promos. Whether you need big data on a budget or worry-free Unli internet, get these smart Wi-Fi promos today.
Well, it's 29-18. That's how it happened. This big scoring run by the Bulldogs against the Red Warriors as we are now playing the fourth quarter. Let's see if UE could basically do the same thing against NU. And NU opens up the fourth quarter with ball on their side. There's a tap out and they got 8 seconds on their clock. Paul Francisco. Playing to Mamoy, firing another three. Backwards and shot. Ball goes out of bounds. Remember, Precious Momoy has 4 personal fouls.
The question, though, is where will the offense come for UE? Well, Lingo having some semblance of signs of fight in this third quarter, but they have to find a way to put the ball through the hoop. That's one way to do it.
DJ Robles gets himself involved in the scoring. That's his first bucket. And they got to make some stops. That's going to be a charge right there.
Yeah, that was just too strong for not to labot.
This is how it happened.
Yeah, DJ Robles just getting the better positioning, basically shutting the baseline for not to labot, but he's still feeling the effects of that hit.
It took some time for him to be able to recover, but he needs to with DJ Robles.
Especially with Precious Momoy out, they need those big men for UE.
Tsaka kakabasket pa lang niya eh. Okay, punta muna natin si Kate Reyes.
Again and again, after another season, UE watched another teammate leave for where they think they'll be served better. For the ones still here, they admit it's not the easiest challenge to choose to stay. For these two co-captains in Melo Leguningo and John Abate, for instance, temptations were there all along, but they're actively choosing UE altogether. For them, this decision is a test of character and growth, and they're hopeful this new staff will be instrumental to help them prove their choices right. Bukod sa mahal na nila ang institusyon, gusto din nila harapin yung pagsubok kaysa takasan ito. Benji and Dolph.
That's admirable, really, Benji. Really. Especially in this day and age that players are just transferring, and UE is not impervious to that. Obviously, Ray Remogat and Rain Maga moving to UP, and really, for Uelo Lingo and John Abate to really stay put in Recto speaks volumes on the character that they have.
Because we're very much aware of the changes in their coaches. They would have to adapt to a new system.
Hindi rin naman kasi pipitsuging coaches din yung pumalit.
Totoo naman,
we know the caliber of Coach Chris Gavina in instituting that culture change for UE. But he's yet to really transpire to wins. But again, it's a process. It will take time.
And this is all part of that process that you're talking about. Taking a look at this rebound of the quarter brought to us by El General All-Purpose Epoxy.
And you yet to score a basket in this fourth quarter. Let's see if Jolo Manansala can change the tides for that.
And free throws brought to us by ABC Tile Adhesives. Sigurado ka. Pinipigilan mo sarili ko kantahin.
Magtutuloy-tuloy na yan pag bumirit ka. May fourth game pa tayo. Main event yun.
Oo nga, baka maubos yung mga tao.
Maubos.
Coach Virgil Villavicencio.
Yeah,
Siyempre.
Our chairman of the Filoil EcoOil Preseason Cup. Intently watching. Galing pang Pampanga yan. Very
ganon?
busy with the Siyaba 16 under championship where Gilas Youth won the gold.
UE making some headway plays here. That could have been big if it went down. Now NU with transition. Cholo Manansala kicks it out to nobody.
And I like the fight that is being shown by UE in this fourth quarter. Again, without Precious Momoy, quality minutes being provided by guys like DJ Robles and even the rookie, Christopher Lagat.
Here's a good-looking shot. You just made mention his name, and that turned out to be his cue to get involved in that three-pointer. This is just a 7-point deficit, pero a quick play right there by Padrones underneath.
Nice find there, and Kensin Padrones just seeing that may advantage tayo sa loob. Si Tope Lagat lang ang nasa ilalim. Hayaan nyo ako yung miscore para sa atin.
It's DJ Robles from inside the key. The jumper doesn't drop. Manansala is on the run. Chelo Santiago unable with that three-pointer. Here's UE once again. Uh-oh. Napasobrahan naman that time. Just when they were having some good runs, pero sometimes, bigyan natin yung mga bagito rin when it comes to those situations.
Yeah, and the Reinhard Humamoy just getting the better of DJ Robles on that fast break opportunity. And now you see Precious Momoy, the chains are off with 6 minutes and 34 to go. Let's see how he will protect himself from picking up that foul number 5, which would disqualify him in this contest. You expect NU to continue attacking the paint.
You can see there's still plenty of time here in this ball game. Reinhard Humamoy, for a little while, they were sort of in trouble. And he takes care of both free throws.
So pamatay sunog yung free throws ni Reinhard Humamoy para sa NU.
But the field goals are really hard to come by here in the fourth for NU. And at least nakaka-shoot na ng mga free throws itong NU as compared to what happened in the first half.
When it matters the most, really, you have to knock it down.
Eleven of 20 free throws para sa NU. So take it this UE offense here. Foul was called on Reinhard Humamoy. Precious Momoway is back on the floor, and he's going to be called for the travel. Trying to be more aggressive than he should is that particular play. Let's turn you over once again, Kate Reyes.
For NU, now's the time to stop disappointing expectations towards them. With their core fuller and pieces of the puzzle filled, it's a season of no excuses for the Bulldogs. Hindi na nila pwedeng sabihin ngayon na nag-a-adjust pa sila kasi isa sila sa mga squads na matagal nang magkakasama. Depensa raw ang pinaka-advantage nila kaya dapat mas gamay na nila ito at this point. While they picked up their momentum late in the last UAAP season, they know it could have made a big difference to them had they picked it up early. Kaya ngayon, they're challenging themselves to know what to do. Benji and Dolph.
Thank you very much. As we just saw that Welo Lingo three-pointer going in, there could have been a foul, no call. Pero yun nga, binabanggit nga ni Kate, ano, as with regards to your assessment.
Yeah, again, defense has been the name of the game for any teams coached by Coach Jeff Napa. And medyo masabi natin, nanibago siguro sila without Akian Baklaan last year. But kumbaga, no more excuses. Tama sabi ni Kate. This is still a talent-laden squad geared on defense, and it's now high time for NU to show those potentials and make it into reality.
Let's see how they can handle the situation here. Yui is on a great comeback, and this three-pointer brought to us all by Jangnan Jangnan na.
That was a gutsy three from Welo Lingo. Thought that he got hit in the face by Jello Santiago, but was still able to knock that three down.
Stable Garcia back on the floor to replace Jello Santiago. And DJ Robles has got 5 points in the ball game. It's down to first. Under 5 to play here in this game. LaSalle takes on UP after this. We're beginning to have a good size of a crowd, slowly but surely. Exciting venue. Playtime Filoil EcoOil Center. Push is going to be called in Padrones.
Number 77, Benji Padrones, penalties, 4.
Precious Momoway will shoot free throws.
Yeah, it's been quite a while where Yui really went to Precious Momoway, so this is really high time for Yui to go to Precious Momoway, especially that NU is now in penalty situation. But let's see if they were able to rectify those free throw woes in the first half. Pumasok naman yung una.
What woes are you talking about? Sabi ni Precious Momo.
Pag winning time talaga, umaayos sa free throw nila. No?
15 points for Precious Momoway to go along with his 14 rebounds. Six-point ball game, 4.5. Tebol. 10-second shot clock here. Tebol gets the basketball back. He drives and banks it in.
That was a nice drive by Tebol Garcia. Just Janabit gave him a little more space, and that was just cleared for takeoff to the rim.
Tebol Garcia's got 7 points, up by 8. NU Bulldogs. Uh-oh, a miscue on that play.
DJ Robles is arguing that he got tripped, but no fouls given by the referees, but the technical will be whistled. And I believe that's going to be against UE.
UE, yes, they have been warned earlier. I think that was still back in the first half. And this is the second infraction. Steve Nash Enriquez has got 4 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Will shoot the tactical free throw and makes it. Coach Chris Gavina looking on.
And that's just a momentum killer for UE. Just when they were making headways, they give free throw for UE, and this lead is back to 9 points.
Three minutes and 48. That's plenty of basketball time. UE needs to make a stop. UE gives up a foul. And that's only number 3 on UE.
And you see how much PJ Palacielo wants to attack the basket para dito sa NU.
Precious Momaway going for the block despite of 4 personal fouls. And here he finishes a fast break at the other end.
Yeah, defense turning into offense. Precious Momaway swatting that shot by Tebol Garcia, and quick on the fast break to finish for UE.
Anybody's ball game. And Steve Nash Enriquez could not knock down that three-pointer. John Abay throws a long pass to Precious Momaway. He goes down. How are they supposed to call that? There's no contact.
Yeah, he was backpedaling, and Omar John is also barreling to the other end. Kumbaga nakatulakan lang din, and that was a nice let go by the referees. But of course, you see the UE side arguing that should have been a foul.
And you trying to hang tough with a 7-point lead. Okay, ball. John with a drop. Omar John wasn't ready for a turnover.
And you see slowly NU keeping that window of opportunity open para din sa UE.
That's what being hungry for a win is all about.
Yeah, again, both teams trying to get the win number 1.
Inside Precious Momaway, and a foul called against NU. They are penalty. So free throw shooting time for UE.
And you see the desire of Precious Momaway when he got the better positioning against Kenshin Padrones. He knew that he's got the edge, and immediately kumbaga wala na rin nagawa si Kenshin Padrones doon. 2 more free throws for Precious Momaway, but he has to find a way to convert these 2.
Getting all too anxious, missing on the first. Look at the facial expression of Precious Momaway. Feels like they're running out of time.
Still a lot of time, really, but they have to make and execute.
Oh, you got it.
Tough when you miss those free throws.
So NU setting for a half-court offense here. Tebol Garcia, 8 seconds to shoot for the Bulldogs. There goes Steve Nash Enriquez. Drives the kick. It's a long distance shot. It rattled out.
I didn't really like how NU is going with this. They're settling for those 3-point shots. However, DJ Robles be called for an offensive foul.
DJ Robles' fourth foul.
And he will pick up his 4th, and not only that, they're going to be unable to make an offense, and ball will return to NU. 1 minute and 48 remaining here in this game.
And if you are UE, you are slowly feeling that the walls are caving in. Nauubusan ka na ng oras, and NU retains possession in this exchange.
Tebo Garcia has been handling the situation and the orchestration very well here for NU. An open look for a jumper. Still could not get it to go down. Chance again for UE.
They have to execute.
Lagat has it. Talk about a big responsibility that he has to carry here for the Red Warriors as they go inside. Precious Momoway, the quick double teaming defense. They're in penalty. Did they count that basket? Or was that an earlier call when they ganged up and doubled on Precious Momoway?
I believe that deserves a closer look. Referee's yet to really make a verdict. Oh, they're gonna say 2 shots.
Tebo Garcia tinawagan ng foul. Pressure-packed free throws, as they usually say. Wow.
That hurts for UE.
Time is down to 1:10. Every scoring opportunity, they need to make it happen for the UE Red Warriors. Second free throw, it bounced out.
Can you imagine it had UE made those free throws? This would have been a closer one.
Sasabihin naman sa'yo ng NU. Can you imagine if we made a lot of our free throws, this could have been a breakaway already. Utilizing some time here, Steve Nash Enriquez flips it up, nothing happening there.
But really milking away the clock is NU.
Precious Momoway on his way to the basket. And more free throws to be taken here by UE.
And I believe another technical will be called this time against NU. They did not appreciate Padrones' reaction. Oh!
They called it a traveling call against Precious Momoway.
Wow, big call against UE.
He was able to lawyer himself, Padrones, in that sequence. We got a timeout on the floor.
Sa ABC sigurado ka. Sa di kita di ka papalya. Sa ABC sigurado ka. Pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
Malawakang coverage with free data, calls, and texts at sulit na rewards.
Itong part na to.
Okay po.
Swerte si Vic. Ikaw kaya, subukan mo sa
Playtime! Pinakamataas sa cashback sa 2%. Taas dun, ha? Swerte sa akin ang Playtime. You're welcome!
Crucial calls, crucial plays, and of course, crucial situation here. Ano na raw? There's a lot of confusion.
I think they said a technical foul for unsportsmanlike conduct. And Steve Nash extends this lead to 8 points. And even Precious Momoway having a little bit of fun with the referee, saying, nakikiusap ka sa sirep eh, paikuha naman yung bola.
There's some of those odd things have been happening here, and it's not going away of UE for one thing. medyo nakakalito rin. 37.8 seconds. This is just a 7-point ball game here. And NU will have the possession.
They're just gonna waste away the time. UE though, I don't know, they still can foul, but
Na penalty na rin sila eh. Steve Nash could not knock it down.
But again, time is not on the side of UE.
Well, Olingo will fire the three. Will get it to go down. 11 seconds, a 5-point lead for NU.
But they're running away with the time.
And so many precious seconds wasted by NU. And now both teams in penalty. Here's the Jangnan three-pointer of the quarter, brought to us all by Jangnan. Hot pot ba? Jangnan na.
And that was under duress for Welo Lingo.
Sealing the deal, we could call it that way, for NU Bulldogs.
Humamoy can extend this to a 3-possession game. He just made his first.
Seven seconds in the ball game. 7-point lead for NU.
Sa ABC sigurado ka, sa di kita di ka papalya. Sa ABC sigurado ka, pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
Di abot ang data! GG bro! Don't worry! The Only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi bitin with 10 gig data to power your games plus only Facebook or only TikTok. Load now!
Boxing El General, matibay na dikitan. Konkreto, kahoy, bakal. Plastic El General All-Purpose Epoxy, palabahan sa kahit anong dikitan.
Precious Momoway and the UE Red Warriors down by 7, and NU Bulldogs poised to take their first win. Well, we told you at the top of the coverage, they will go separate ways after the conclusion of this ball game. It seems like NU will have their way of notching and getting themselves into the win column as Precious Momoway goes for a desperation 3. May basket pa, humahabol pa si John Abate. But still falling short though. It's just that the final score has changed instantly. And it's still a win for the NU Bulldogs. 72-67 at the expense of UE. UE will absorb its third setback here in their campaign for this preseason cup. It ended this way. NU not exactly as easy as they wanted it to be, but coming up victorious 72-67. Well, so many things, so many drama actually have happened here in this particular ball game.
But really, PJ Palacielo making his imprint, just feasting inside, basically putting Precious Momoy in foul trouble. And when he was out, he just took charge for NU, just barreling his way and creating that breathing room for the Bulldogs. Well deserved of our ABC Tile Adhesive heavy-duty player of the game. 19 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists for PJ Palacielo.
And it has turned out to be a duel between him and Precious Momoway, and basically he won out. He was able to hold his own. As we take a look at what happened in the smart powered up plays Of course, the missed free throws earlier in the ball game and some hustle plays. Tebel Garcia, the epitome of what we're talking about, hustle plays that he was able to do for NU. And then Precious Momoway, you know how he could be aggressive, and he has shown what he can do again, more than 100% effort here. And there was also John Abate, and all of these happening because of Smart Power All 99. Get Unli Facebook or TikTok plus 10 gigabytes data and Unli calls and texts for 7 days. Load now. Again, it's a win for the NU Bulldogs, their first. And UE will have to try again next time. Story numbers as we cap this ball game.
Yeah, better shooting night for UE. 8 3-pointers, but they just turned the ball over too much. 20 to just 11, and then the lift from the bench. 46 bench points for NU to get this nail-biting victory.
And also we're going to be following it up with this key matchup that we have. Paul Francisco has did his thing here, 4-1 and 2. John Abate, he really did a lot of things, but still falling short. 15-3 and 1 for him. LaSalle versus UP. Yes, that's coming your way when we come back.